Hey y'all, Brian Thacker, Natural Self Yoga, here with you again to talk about Pigeon Pose. This is a pose that's common. You'll find it in most every single class that you go to, or a lot of the classes. I know I cue it in my classes a lot. It's a great hip opening pose. I have one world-class runner that takes some of my classes, and she's in high school, and she says that her running coach calls it screaming pigeon. We're going to go over sleeping pigeon today. So depending on what type of workouts you do, whether you work out at all, this can be very challenging. Runners, this is very challenging for them because they're really strong in their hips, but they're not very flexible. They can go forward and backward, but those strong muscles really limit their mobility at an angle. So this allows them to stretch it at an angle, and it's usually fairly tough for them. We're going to go ahead. Usually it's something that you need to build into. Okay? You're building strength and you're building openness, flexibility in your hip. You do this on either side. But it starts off, and you can do this on your back as well. I'll show that option later. You bring one foot forward, your knee is over your ankle, and you want to heel toe that foot over to the side. And then your right knee comes down, or your knee comes down. Ideally, you want your knee to the outside of your hip. Okay? You don't want your knee over here. You want your knee to the outside of your hip. Now this foot, the foot that's forward, is your gas pedal. If you want a little bit more work, you bring your shin so that it's completely parallel to the front of the mat. If you want less work, you bring the foot in a little bit. Now, some people roll onto their hip and then they come forward like this. You're not getting the stretch in if you do that. You might need to lift your hips up, square everything off, and then hinge forward. Then you'll feel much more openness in your hip. It's going to be a lot more difficult. If you have a block, one thing that you can do is bring a block underneath your hip. Now there are 3 levels to the block: low, middle, and high. So if you're way up here like this, you can sit on the block, and that helps to square your hips. You want to make sure that your hips stay square. Flexing this foot, not pointing it, but flexing this foot is going to keep the knee in a stable condition as well. So you want to make sure that the left leg, or the leg back that's back behind you, is straight back out of your hip socket. So you may want to tuck your toes, lift your knee, and then roll that thigh onto the top of the thigh, and then hinge forward. And just stay here. The more you stay here, the more you relax, the easier this will become. It's never going to be super easy because you're really stretching out a lot of stuff there. So taking about 5 or 10 breaths here and opening it up. If you have problems with your knees, or if you have hip issues and you want to do this a little more gently, you can do the same thing, bringing the right ankle over the left knee, again flexing the foot, lying on your back, bring your right hand under your right shin, grabbing the back of the left leg and pulling that in. If you want, you can bring your elbow into your knee, opening that up. We're still trying to open up the back of the hip there. So, I hope you found this enlightening, so to speak. Pigeon pose is a pose, again, it's a common pose. That's one of the reasons I haven't had a video for it. I'm going to start to put up some more videos of more common poses as opposed to the more challenging poses. Hopefully I'll have some models in here to help so I can point at stuff and I don't have to necessarily do the poses for you. And so you can see it in someone else's body as I instruct. But thank you all very much. I appreciate you watching the video again. Hopefully you're finding your way to your mat sometime today. Hopefully you're having a great day. And I look forward to practicing with you sometime soon. Brian Thacker, Natural Self Yoga. Namaste. Have a great day.